Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Mongooli Show. We're going to take a look at everything that happened last week, as well as what's going to be going on this week in Marvel Strike Force, including how you can get some free Crimson gear just for finding a couple of gems. Let's get into it. All right, so they did take a look at what we were complaining about the spotlight raids, where there was not enough positions available for everybody in your team, so that people weren't able to get done as many nodes as they thought. They did lower it from 4 teams to 3 teams, which I think is a good change, but they didn't add enough nodes. So they've gone back and changed that. On top of that, they also decreased the visibility of the snow, so you can actually see the map better. Some people were complaining about that. So that's a good quality of life fix. You can also see here that the chart does add another lane. So it doesn't make an A anymore, or it makes kind of a messed up A. So be it. But there are now going to be enough lanes so you can get 2 people per lane. So you do have to really rely on your alliance mate, whichever one is in the same lane as you. And you want to make sure that you are going into the proper lane so that you're not triple teaming one of these and leaving somebody alone on a different node. Other than that, though, I think this is actually a really, really good change. I'm glad they implemented it. They did take this raid down for one day, and they pointed out that you could use the Greek raids if you want to make sure that you are getting your raids in. It was a little unfortunate that this whole thing happened during an event where you want to be doing raids for your alliance, but I think this is a positive change, and I think this is going to be better moving forward. They also mentioned that they are changing the reward structure, so it's a little bit more top heavy. So even if you can only make it to 40%, you will get more T4 ability materials, which is, again, I think a good change. Last week, we saw Mephisto get a ridiculous buff, which meant that he was very, very hard to defeat in war. We saw some screenshots of people who had 15 wins defensively with Mephisto, and Scopely took a look at that and was like, okay, we wanted to make him powerful. We didn't want to make him that powerful. He's not supposed to be unbeatable. He's just supposed to be incredibly strong. So they decided to change this so that now if you have 2 exhausteds on him, he can no longer get his speed bonus or his empower. So 1 exhaust, he still acts as normal. 2 exhausts, now he's going to be significantly easier to beat. This is I was going to say this is a really good change, but realistically, this is just fixing the problem they created last week. So he's still going to be one of the best characters in the game. He's just not going to be as godlike as he was for a couple of days. This change should be implemented on Sunday, so it's not live in-game yet, but it is coming soon. And for the Pride celebration, they've hidden a couple of gems in the game. You're going to find a red gem and a yellow gem, both worth 25,000 points. All right, the first gem that you're going to find is the red gem. It's in Heroes Campaign 5-6. All you have to do is complete it 1 time, and you should unlock this. And the yellow gem is over at marvelstrikeforce.com in the store under the free claim site. It's free for everyone. You just have to go click the button. Just a quick clarification about what I just told you. The node for Heroes 5-6, where you're going to be doing Iceman, you're not going to see it show up in the rewards. Don't worry about that. Just go to the milestone page and it should show up. There's a blog here just mentioning that. It's a guaranteed drop. It's not like a luck base or anything like that. I spent power cores because I was like, hey, where is it? I thought I had to actually go and do it manually. It's not the case. It's just actually in the milestone as soon as you complete the event. So don't freak out if you don't see it. All right, it was a pretty quiet week in Marvel Strike Force. That's all the stuff we really have to go over from last week. Let's get into this week's blog. The leader of Alpha Flight, Guardian, is coming to the game on Thursday, June 13th. Now, this is going to be the regular release method that we normally see, where you can buy, you can spend 675 power cores to try and unlock 180 shards of him, most likely getting 4 to 10. But this is what we're going to be looking for. You can also make sure that you get the red stars from a red star orb so that you've got that character ready to go when you actually can unlock him free to play. We talked about the coming out event that is live right now in game. That's going to be every weekend for June. If all of these rewards are as good as this weekend's is, that's going to be amazing because we did get some Crimson gear. If we can get Crimson gear every single week, I'll be very happy with this event. The Merc's Golden Bounty event starts later today. This will be the 3rd weekend of this, which means we still have a couple of weeks to go. This is a pretty decent way of getting free gold. I like this event quite a bit because it feels like I'm getting rewarded for playing the game like I normally would anyways, and it doesn't feel like I'm being punished for not having higher stars. Now, that being said, if you do have higher stars on your Mercs for Money characters, you will get even better rewards. So I think this event is kind of a win-win. Just keep reminding yourself that it does happen Saturday and Sunday. I do wish that this event started on Friday as opposed to on Saturday at 5 o'clock, but so be it. It is what it is. It's just free gold. It's hard to complain about. There is an update about the open all orbs, which is to say there's no update about the open all orbs. The game's stability is their #1 priority, and they're not going to sacrifice that for the open all orbs button, which means we have no idea when it's coming back. They are working on it behind the scenes though, and that's all we know. To help alleviate that problem, they have made a 10x button for the raid orb updates. Now, you might be thinking, we've already got a 10x button. This is going to be different than that. Essentially, this is going to be opening 10 orbs right away. Theoretically, we'll be able to do that at a rate of 10 times, so that you should be able to open 100 orbs at once, which will make that considerably more bearable than 10 at a time. This isn't in the game yet, so I don't know exactly how this is going to work, but that's how I'm reading this, and that's how it was kind of clarified on the Envoy server, so I'm pretty sure that's what's going to work, but we'll see how this actually works in-game. Whenever it goes live, there's not a date attached to this one. As far as the T4 ability material that we were talking about last week, where they're going to be removing it from the Spotlight raids, they did mention they're pushing that back to June 23rd, and they're going to be increasing the T4's materials in the Greek raids. Now, I don't know how many people are going to be doing the Greek raids as well as the Spotlight raids. That doesn't seem like it's terribly feasible, but for the lower level characters that maybe aren't in the Spotlight raids yet, this is a good thing for them. For the higher level players, I'm not really sure how this is going to work, because most people in my alliance are talking about doing Spotlights only, so it's still negative that we're not going to have the T4 abilities in those raids, but I guess if you're really desperate, you could do the Greek raids and you'll be getting more T4s there. In a weird move, Scopely is actually telling you, hoard your Spotlight raid orbs. If you've got every character in there unlocked like I do, they're pretty much straight up saying they're not going to get rid of that orb or change it drastically. They're just going to update the characters that are in it. So hold on to it for as long as you possibly can. They will give you an announcement, they say, if they are going to change it drastically or get rid of it, so that you can open them all at that point. But right here, right now, I'm just going to let those accumulate in my account, and you probably should too, unless there's a character that you're looking for in that orb. On Monday, June 10th, we're going to have the Homeward Bound event, where you're going to want to use ISO 8 energy, engaging Cosmic Crucible with Cabal characters, and spend power cores. Now, I know this chart's a little small and hard to see, but if you spend your ISO 8 energy, it's going to be a rate of 4-1, which is okay. And when you spend power cores, it's a rate of 6-1, which is actually pretty good. You'll also get 4,500 points for using your Cabal in Cosmic Crucible, as well as bonus points if you've got Iron Patriot or Leader at 5, 6, or 7 stars. So you can get some pretty decent points for this. There's nothing terribly exciting on this list, to be perfectly honest, until you get down pretty far. You will get some dog tags. You will get the cracked picture frame, which I think is just hilarious. But there's no character shards, there's no unlock associated with this. There's not really any crimson gear until you get down to like the bottom 3 milestones, which most of us won't get down to, unfortunately. We will go over this event more on Monday, but right here, right now, it's looking pretty lackluster. And there's going to be a feeder event called Winter in June, where you're going to be earning Blitz credits at a rate of 1-for-1, which isn't great. That being said, you shouldn't have to do more than about 3 rotations a day to get this event, so that's not too bad, all things considered. You're going to get a lot of Great White North milestones, some dog tags, and some silver and gold promotion credits, which are basically useless in this day and age. So unfortunately, again, not a very exciting event, but it'll help you towards the month-long stuff. I have nothing great to say about this one. There's also going to be an Alliance War event, where you're going to be fighting an Alliance War, as well as gathering the new Allied Supply 5 orb fragments. Each alliance battle you participate in is going to be worth 600 points. If you've got your full alliance and they're all participating, you should easily max out this 430,000 points on this one. So that's not bad. It is a 6-day event, so you're going to have 3 different wars where you can do this over. Again, there's nothing super exciting in this until you get down really low. Milestone 16, you're going to get some Dakin shards. Milestone 18, you're going to get Panda Pool shards, as well as some Diamond Orb fragments, which is kind of nice, as well as some Crimson gear, actually starting at milestone 17. But before that, all you're really getting is dog tags, some teal gear, and Wolverine, Deathpool, and Deadpool shards, which are pretty unexciting, unfortunately. But this should be a fairly easy event to get down on, at least milestone 14, 15-ish, somewhere in that range. And lastly, on Friday, we have the quick Rumblestone event, which is going to be X-Force. This team's been out for a very long time. This should take you no time at all. And that's all I've got for you this week. If you made it this far in the video, please consider hitting the like button. You probably did enjoy it if you made it this far. And also consider hitting subscribe if you want to see more great content from this channel. I've also got my other channel, which is Mongooli's Movie Show. You can look for that on YouTube. I'll leave a link down in the description below, where you're going to see this week we have Ambassador Al and Sen Raven doing some movie trivia, and we go over mine and Run 7's top 20 movies of all time. Those are in 2 different videos. We also had Cleaning Agent on recently, where we went over the flicks that make him tick. You can check out all those videos over there if you're interested. Otherwise, hit subscribe on this video and you can watch all the Marvel Strike Force content you want right here. We record these videos live over at twitch.tv/The Mongooli Show, so if you want to hang out with us, you can head over there, hit that follow button, and you see when we go live. We generally go live every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. Until next time, Commanders, I hope you're safe, I hope you're well. Good luck to you.